What is one thing you accidentally taught your child that came back to bite you? My daughter was being bullied in high school by a few other girls. More than once. They ganged up on her, slapped her around and embarrassed her. The school wouldn't do anything but make excuses. So during summer break between her freshman and sophomore year, I got her outside and taught her how to box. Gloves, punching bag, jump rope, the works. To be honest, I really didn't technically teach her how to box. I showed her how to get her wind up, keep her chin down, and taught her how to hit, how to punch through, to counter punch and put together combinations. Put her shoulder behind it and her hip into it. And she did well. Before summer was over, I had the bruises to prove it. Now don't get the wrong idea. I told her to walk away when she could. I made her promise. But if she found herself jammed up, don't just stand there and let herself get beat up. Well, once school started, it was only a few weeks before the phone rang. They told me my daughter was all right. Then right away, off to the principal's office I went. The same 3 girls had jumped on her again in one of the bathrooms. When I got there, the first thing I saw was 2 girls sitting in the outer office wearing bloody clothes. The secretary showed me right into the principal's office and there sat my daughter without a scratch on her. The story was she took out 2 of them and the 3rd girl ran away. So we got through all of that. Warning about this, threats of suspension if it happens again, blah blah. About halfway through the school year and my phone rings again. This time it's my wife. The school called. My little girl's been fighting again. Her best friend is a gorgeous sweetheart of a young girl whose only physical flaw is that she had been a breech of birth. It damaged her hips and she walks with a severe limp. They were in the school cafeteria and a couple boys were picking on my daughter's friend. Apparently it was more than she could stand, because my little girl got up and beat the snot out of both of those boys before anybody could stop her. Then when I got to the school, there they sat in the same spot, bloodied up worse than the girls before. Now she had started beating up the boys after the dust settled. She was suspended from school for 3 days. I don't regret teaching her to defend herself. And if I encouraged her, that's all right too. Since she was mostly in the right. I took her side just as I promised I would.